Hey guys, are you a student who's dreaming to pursue a university degree abroad which is quite expensive? Do you want to pay your own tuition fees and the living expenses while studying abroad with no bank loans by yourself? In this video, I'll give my StudySmartWallet system that I designed for paying my tuition fees as well as the living expenses while studying my dream degree of medicine. And stay tuned till the end of the video where I share some of the life-changing tips that I learned over the period of 6 years living in Europe that helped me save hundreds of dollars while living in Europe. Hey guys, if you are new to this channel, I'm Raj. I'm an engineer who decided to study medicine and currently I'm in my third year of med school. In this channel, I try to help people who want to change or switch their careers from their previous ones to something new which they always dreamt of without getting lost and with utmost confidence. I still remember the day when I was graduating. My friends had so many job offers while some of my other friends were already employed before even graduating, while me on the other side researching all day, all night, trying to find all the possible medical schools within Europe and applying to every single one of them. And then long story short, I got admitted to my dream medical school. The biggest shock here is the tuition fees was almost 55,000 US dollars for the next 5.5 years, without including any of the living expenses, by the way. So in order to pursue my dream, I had to take this offer when I'm young and single. If not, later I'm afraid that I might have other responsibilities of taking care of my family and then settling down as well. So I really had to jump on this thing now. So I came up with a system called StudySmartWallet system. It's a two-step logical process where I tell you how you can manage your income and expenses in a smart and hassle-free way. So the StudySmartWallet system consists of two parts. The first part is creating a rational study abroad budget. What I mean by creating a study abroad budget, if you're not familiar with budgeting, please get familiar because studying abroad could be really expensive. Okay, you will be bleeding money in all directions. So it won't take more than half an hour to create an Excel spreadsheet and put all your expenses. So that's exactly what I did. That's the first part of the system that I just designed for myself. So what will we have it in this Excel sheet? The major expenses are this semester tuition fees, the second is the travel expenses, the third is housing, and then food and other miscellaneous expenses, and so on and so forth. Based on your individual needs, you can customize this template as much as you want. Okay, so initially you can come up with a rough template and you can slowly evolve it as the expenses come. Once I made a 6-month semester budget, I also make another small budget for every single month so that I keep track of all my expenses in every single month. Okay, so the first point is of creating a budgeting system is to stick with it. Okay, so that you don't do any unwanted or unnecessary expenses. So that's something very important that helps you to keep yourself very accountable to the budget. The second part of the system that I created was part-time job. So I split the system into two parts, one based on the expenses where we control it using the budgeting table that we created or the template that we created in the Excel spreadsheet, and then a part-time job. So this is the most important part. That's the only way you are able to get any source of income as a student, right? In most countries you can work 20 hours a week during your education. The reason it is limited for 20 hours is because it's really hard to manage your studies and still able to work outside. So don't try to exceed the 20 hours because it will reflect directly in your studies. So we are paying a lot of money to get this university degree, right? So I would highly recommend to stick with the 20 hours and be very smart with it. The first job that I applied are the teaching assistant and research assistant job roles that were available in my own university, and sadly I got rejected. Teaching assistant and TA and RA jobs are the most competitive ones in the university. Most people don't get it, so most people also stop there. So that's where we should not do that mistake. We should move ahead with the next possible option. Okay, there are so many job opportunities out there, like let's say supermarket jobs, receptionist, teaching English to the European kids. That's a interesting job offer that's out there. Teaching math, so many other jobs are there. And some of the other jobs that I kind of personally liked is trying to be a video editor. If you're good at it, You can also learn if you do not know how to edit a video, and also trying to learn programming and try to apply as a programmer, beginner programmer. In so many companies are out there, and then the best part is it's flexible and you can work from home. So I highly recommend you to give it a shot. In my case, most of my part-time income money comes from programming. As you guys know, I'm a machine learning engineer, so who is going into medicine. So I know how to program AI algorithms, so I work as a machine learning engineer. That's how I make most of my money. And also I have done so many other jobs in startups, in mid-sized companies, sometimes big corporations at various levels. And most of these companies I was working as a programmer. The reason for being a programmer is better than other jobs for me is because medicine is really hard, and I have to travel to the university often, several times a day during the entire week. So I cannot go to a job that requires me to be physically present, let's say a receptionist or a waiter or working in McDonald's or something. So, and I was also working as an assistant lecturer in Coventry University in the Polish division in Wrocław, but I couldn't continue because my semester in my medical school is getting harder and harder. So I had to make a choice there, that whether I have to focus on the med school or going to the job. So I decided to quit the job and try to find a programming role. So one thing you guys should understand is, don't stick with one job. Try to find better and better jobs that suits your need based on your time and availability. So this is the two-step system that I just created for myself. One, trying to budget and try to make sure that I'm not bleeding so much money. On the other hand, try to find different income sources. I made sure my expenses are not going beyond certain threshold. So this way I was able to control my expenses and lead a happy life. So now coming on to the most interesting part, the bonus tips that saved me hundreds of dollars throughout my last 6 years of living in Europe, in different countries. So first thing is cooking at home. It saved me literally hundreds of dollars just cooking every month at home rather than buying it outside. It also made me a better chef, and I became more health conscious, and also from cooking being a burden to cooking being a new hobby. And every week nowadays I'm looking forward to cooking something exotic, seeing YouTube and then trying to make it happen at home. So it became a best money saver for me. And then the next is save on transportation. Especially me living in Poland, there are some free bikes that I made another video in my channel, so that I'm saving a lot of money without paying for the public transportation. But still in Europe, public transportation is way cheaper, and it's very frequent and it's very well maintained. So I would highly recommend you to take public transportation rather than taking private transportations. And one more interesting thing is, avoid impulsive buys. Do not buy that expensive sneaker. Do not buy that unnecessary costly watch. Okay, so we don't need that. Try to get the ones that are really necessary. You already have a watch, you already have a 3 to 4 pair of shoes. You don't need another one. And last but not the least is apply for scholarships. That's something that I tell to all the students who wants to come abroad. Try to apply to every scholarship possible, because I did my masters completely for free. I was paid 24,000 euros for the entire 2 years of study. Unfortunately for medicine there is no scholarships, but the trick here is, while studying medicine or any degree, even if you did not manage to get the scholarship earlier, during the course of study you can try to write emails to the university showing your interest and your development and progress in your grades and the performance that you showed. You can ask for some kind of a scholarship. So that's a possibility. And also there are several scholarships that are available for second, third year, fourth year med school students, which most people do not know. So that's something I want you guys to remember. So living this way, I was able to pay all my tuition fees and living expenses while studying. And then if you guys are interested to know how people reacted when I said that I wanted to study veterinary medicine after 7 years of engineering with a bachelor's and master's, please check out my previous videos and other videos in my channel. Thank you so much, guys.